Good morning, folks, and welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel, whatever the case may be. Um, this is going to be a whip and chat of my Aquarius. Just give me a second as I finish my cup of coffee. Yum, yum, yum. I love coffee. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, my Aquarius. Yes. As you can see, I've got almost the full first row done. I do, I love working on JaCaRou, but at the same time, I don't. Not really. The canvases, the drawings are just, they're beautiful, gorgeous drawings. I really like how they look when they're done. I do. But I do have a bit of an issue with the drills. I don't know. Sometimes it seems like I've got an excess amount of when I was doing my my pink monster, there was lots of trash, more than I'm used to with a canvas. This one actually is not too bad. Very little trash so far. And the spacing is really tight. I think that's why I'm not that big. I think that's why I'm not that big a fan of it. Yeah, because it's so tight. Although you'd think that I'd be happier about it because the pieces, the drills fit so nicely, nice and snugged together. It's I don't know. I guess I'm still. I've worked on very few like premium canvases. Like I've done a couple of Dreamer designs and a Raven Diamond art. To me, those are, I would consider those to be premium. Because they are really good quality. Beautiful pictures. They turned out beautiful. And the drills. Oh, I loved working with the drills. They were so nice. Almost no trash at all in with any of them. So yeah, to me those were premium drills. Premium canvases, I should say. Okay. I've had this washi tape on my finger for 2 days now. Before I get into this though, let me move this so you can see better. There we go. Today is, let's see, it is, instead of guessing, I don't have to guess anymore because I have my lamp, my light fixture here. It is December 15th. December 15th. It's also almost 8:30 in the morning here in British Columbia, Canada. And it's currently 17 degrees in my place, so it's just a little bit chilly. So December 15th. You are reserved and unobtrusive, and in your own quiet way, accomplish a great deal. You have a retentive memory, learn readily, and impart your knowledge easily to others. You would make an excellent teacher. You are bright, witty, and very entertaining, fond of fun and traveling. Aww. I like today's. Tomorrow is my son's birthday. He is going to be 16. And it also would have been my grandmother's birthday. But she passed away a few years ago. Yeah. So let's see here. This is my Aquarius. And my kitty cat. This I got from Pippi. This I got from Crafty Kristen with her Pippi stickers that she sent me. Yeah. So I do plan on getting more stickers, and I've got more of these cases. I love working out of these cases. I do have an Elizabeth Ward knockoff that I have shown in several videos. I do like that one. I have had minor issues working with it, only because of having to reach. But now, if you saw the unboxing video that I did yesterday, I have a handy dandy device. It's a laptop stand. I can put my Elizabeth Ward on that. Yay! And I used it in my unboxing, in my kit down video yesterday as well, for holding the boxes. And yay, I have somebody who wants my leftover drills. Yay! So once the postal strike is over, then I am going to be, oh, just a second here. I'm transferring stuff. I'm cleaning up. I'm moving stuff from a micro SD card onto my laptop because I freed up space on my, well, not the laptop itself, but on my external hard drive. Anyways, I'm actually I'm gonna switch pens. I'm gonna use my purple pen because it goes more with the theme. It's darker, and it's a darker canvas, which means I need to change the putty in it because I know it needs changing. So bear with me. This is tricky without using my index finger. There we go. And this stuff is so much easier to pull out than the pink wax. Okay. Yeah, pull a chunky chunk. And wedge that in there. Yeah, it comes out so much easier. Excuse me. It comes out of my pen so much easier than the wax. The wax, it's like, it's a struggle. Alrighty then, there we go. That will do. That's just the right amount of putty. Hoorah! Okay, so, oh, another skip. Skip. Wait, what? Destination does not, what? Oh my goodness. Okay, it says I have 155 gigabytes free of 931 gigabytes. It's a 1 terabyte external hard drive. Oh my goodness. So now, what the heck? Oh, great. Oh, goodness. Whatever. Anyways, that is just going to frustrate me. It's not registering the micro SD card. Great. Anyways, that is... I will deal with that off camera. Oh my goodness. So I actually was binge watching some of my videos yesterday. I went into my playlist, and then I just clicked on my binge all playlist, and so I've been watching them from the very beginning of that playlist. And I noticed I sniffle a lot, and I'm really sorry about that. I have allergies that act up, and blowing my nose does not help, unfortunately. It's just, I have tried. I'm really sorry. If it bothers you, I'm sorry. I am really, really sorry. I didn't realize that I sniffled as much as I actually do in those videos. So, sorry about that. Okay, so let me just, I'm gonna adjust this just a moment. I'm gonna set there. So, yes, I'm using my speaker, and I'm using my as a stand for my phone, and I have it sitting on the end of my canvas there to hold it in place, to help hold it in place, and also to get the camera a little bit closer. Okay, so actually I'm gonna bring you closer here so I can show you another issue I have with working on the JaCaRou canvases. You can see now it only looks this good with the light board on, but now you see here, this symbol here is, what is it? It is actually, I do believe this symbol here is this one. This symbol here, you're like, you can just barely see. Oh, sorry, you can just barely see. If you look closely enough, you can just barely see. It's a circle. It is this one here, my one special. And it is the white AB. And it looks just like that. And like those. And that one there. And that one there. Yeah. So anyways, this one here, now that I'm looking, you can see the backslashes up here and over here. So this one here in particular, I think might actually be an X. So one way that I can check, nope, it's not there. So yeah, it's like investigation type. So I don't know. I honestly don't know. Because it looks like there is the slight possibility that it could be the X and an X. Another way to check, and yeah, I know you're like, well, there's X's there. Yes, there are two different X symbols. Here, if you look, see there's an X, there's an X. Let's have a look at it under a different light. And with it off. With it off, look at that. It's so hard to tell. But with the light off, the light board off, okay, so now I turned on my lamp. Yeah, it still looks like the backslash. So I think, yeah, I think we're just going to go with the backslash. I also look at around the training circle, the color around the training circle, and it seems to be the same color. So yeah, with these canvases, there's a lot of guesswork. And the end result, looks like I'm pretty good with my guessing. So after all of those delays, let's get started with, oh, there's a hair on my bottles. Let's get started, and I'm just starting with the backslash. I'm working from this corner and up. This corner, do across the bottom, and then work my way up, because that's just how I feel like doing it. Okay, so for some reason I've been waking up, the last few mornings I've woken up with a headache, with a bit of a headache. And I am having issues with my sleeping. Still, it's an ongoing problem, ongoing issue. Gotta crack that neck there, sorry. Oh, goodness. What to talk about this morning? Oh my goodness. See, this is why I keep asking you guys for some ideas of things to talk about, because without suggestions and ideas of things to talk about, I just ramble. Unless that's just what you want me to do. You like me rambling. But my mind tends to go to dark, sad, dark, depressing places. I will talk. Okay. I am in two group chats on Facebook Messenger that I chat on quite regularly. The members are mostly women in both, which is, well, it's not that much of a surprise. Diamond painting seems to be more women than men. There are a few men out there that enjoy diamond painting. I know, like Sundown from Dark and Creepy Diamond Painting, Mushy's significant other. I am saying significant because he has been very helpful for her lately with her aches and pains, giving her massages and helping her, and yeah, awesome significant other. And then there's Tom Edwards from Diamond Painting with the Edwards, Jill's husband. He's, I don't know, competing against Sundown for hubby of the year. He's been rebuilding parts of their house that need work, which is awesome. It'll be awesome once it's all done. Oh my goodness. Oh, can't forget about Brody. Brody is an awesome dude too. He's new to all of this. Shout out to Brody. Hello. Got nothing but good things to say about that dude. If memory serves me correctly, he's from Australia. He's new. And I've been enjoying watching his videos. When I have the time, I try binge watch. I'll binge watch people's people's videos. I like to, on my Kindle tablet, if you have like, if you set up a playlist, to binge all, like to, if you have a playlist that has all of your videos in it, and a piece, a suggestion, Jill, for I think it's Wyatt, your editor, get him to clean up your binge all, because it says over 200 videos, and well, there's one video in particular, it's on there 4 times. He be a slacking boy. Yeah, it's a little difficult to binge watch when it's the same video like 2, 3, 4 times in a row. I may like your videos, but they can get boring if it's the same video over and over and over again. But that's like if I'm like really paying attention. I guess if I'm like really busy, I might miss things and then catch them the second time around, or the third time around, or the 4th time around. Oh, I'm just giving him a hard time. Yep. I'm helping Jill give him a hard time. Oh my goodness, let me think here. So, yeah, before I sidetracked myself, the reason I was, okay, so, yesterday I learned that, let's see, the Trainwreck family, diamond painting with the Edwards, there's a group of us, that have a chat, the Trainwreck family. One of my sisters on there, she found a good friend of hers, not alive, and had to call the police, and they came and talked with her and got information from her about everything, and started investigation and all that lovely stuff. And so she's pretty upset about that, and well, who can blame you? It's like someone you've been friends with for I don't know how long. It doesn't matter how long. Good friend gone. So that's been really hard. That's really hard. So lots of hugs and prayers, lots of love for Sam, Sister Sam. And then another sister from there, Lorna. She turns out she tested positive for the vid, for the vid. That's what I'm gonna call it, the vid. Or she said C19. Yeah. So yeah, she tested positive for that. So her caregiver, she has to stay isolated from everyone, including her caregiver, for the next 10 days. Yeah, for the next little while. So that's lots of love, hugs, and prayers for Lorna. And then diamond painting with Coco. There's Samantha. She's going through some stuff right now. And then there's another Sam who's going through, I'm sorry, my memory is not the greatest. I know Sam's going through some stuff too. Oh, my memory. I am so sorry, Sam. I can't remember what all she's going through. But I'm pretty sure it's health, with her health. But yeah, lots of love, hugs, prayers for everybody. Those who are struggling, missing loved ones at this time of the year. Those who have lost loved ones this time of the year, whether it was recently, last year, whenever, it doesn't matter. They're gone. We love them. We miss them. Doesn't matter how long they've been gone. My mom has been gone for just about 40 years now. Yeah, just about 40 years she's been gone. And it took me almost 20 years to be able to talk about her without breaking down and crying. But there are still times when the feeling is there that I want to start crying. I honestly haven't cried in a while. I haven't had anything that negative happen in my life to require me to react with crying. I know I'm phrasing it weird, but that's just, I've gone through a lot of grief. I react differently to grief than a lot of people. When I was younger, I was highly emotional when somebody passed away. Whether I had known them for years or I'd only met them once, I just didn't quite understand, and I would break down in tears crying. And yet, at my mom's funeral, I did not cry at my mom's funeral. I cried when I found out when she passed away. When we first learned that she had passed away, yes, I did cry. I stood there with my brother and my sister, and we both cried. Oh goodness, I'm not crying right now. It's my allergies, my nose, it won't stop. Oh goodness. And blowing my nose, I get 0 results from blowing my nose. So please bear with me. Please don't take it the wrong way. I tend to bottle things up inside, and I may not show the proper emotions around other people, but when I'm by myself, yeah, I can, if I let it loose, if I let go, it can and has in the past overwhelmed me to the point where I cannot handle it, and I end up having an extremely bad anxiety attack, and then I end up having to go to the hospital. I call 911. That's what happened to me earlier this year, when I was still living at my dad's. I had a really bad anxiety attack, and I ended up calling 911, had an ambulance come and pick me up and take me to the hospital, and then had my dad come and pick me up afterwards. Would really suck if that happened now, because with the highway closed, it would take even longer for an ambulance to get to me. Wait, there might actually be an ambulance station here in town. But the nearest hospital, yeah, they'd have to go the long way. Although they might open up the highway, the construction for an ambulance. I don't know, but probably not. I don't know. I don't know, and I don't want to I don't want to have to find out. So yeah, I tend to I try really hard to avoid thinking about things that are overly stressful, negative, oh, sorry, Peaches, that may cause me to become overly emotional, because I know I have difficulty with coping with the emotions. Oh my goodness. So yeah, I know I sometimes come across as cold-hearted, but it's the easiest way for me to cope without blowing things out of proportion. And it took me a really long time to learn how to do this. And unfortunately, yes, it comes across to a lot of people as there's something wrong here. And I know that happened when my daughter Emily was 3 weeks old. My dad and I ended up taking her to the hospital. I can't remember what for, but she was, well, we had trouble getting her to gain weight. But they ended up taking her and I to a hospital in another city, well, in an actual city, because at the time we were living in my hometown, and yes, there is a hospital there, but they don't really have a staff trained for dealing with babies and newborns and what have you. So they sent us to a city, the nearest city that has staff trained for dealing with newborns and infants. And she was only 3 weeks old. And at the time, we didn't know about her. We knew about her one medical condition. Like when I had her, her shoulder got stuck, and it damaged the nerves for her shoulder and elbow. So we knew about that medical issue. What we didn't know at the time was the other medical issue that was causing her to not gain weight. It wasn't until she was 3 months old and went and saw specialists in Vancouver, which is one of the biggest cities in British Columbia, with an actual children's hospital with specialists. And she saw a plastic surgeon and an orthopedic surgeon to do with her Erb's palsy, which is what her medical condition is called. Yeah, and the plastic surgeon was the one that pointed out her bifid uvula, and I talked about it in a previous video, but it was a few months ago. So the bifid uvula. The uvula is a little dangly teardrop-shaped thingy at the back of your throat. Well, hers has a little divot in it, so it looks like bum cheeks. And because of that, she has difficulty. She's like 18 now, so yeah, she's 18 now. So she had difficulty with suction, with latching on, so she wasn't nursing properly, and she was burning more calories than she was taking in. Oh my goodness. Oh, my nose. Oh, at times like this, I wish I could just cut it off. Anyways, so, yeah, all of her medical issues. But when she was 3 weeks old, she and we went to another hospital by ambulance. And the seating in the ambulance was not nice to my back. I have a bad back. I've had a bad back my entire life because my spine, it curves in more than the average spine. So yeah. Plus, I've injured my spine several times over my life in one way or one form or another. So sitting in those, the seating along the side of the ambulance where the paramedic sits, was not comfortable for me. So I was physically exhausted, I was sore, I was tired because of the stress of not knowing what was wrong with my baby, and having to go to the hospital, having to take her to the hospital, and this was just the beginning of the issues that followed. For the first year of her life, oh God, it was specialists and professionals and like almost every week, every 3 months, every 2 to 3 months, having to take her to Vancouver to see plastic surgeon, orthopedic surgeon, oh God, a physiotherapist. Yeah. Only went to the cleft palate unit once, and that was the very first time that I took her there, and that was how we discovered her bifid uvula, and how we dealt with that situation so that she was able to start actually gaining weight. But when she was 3 weeks old and we went to the hospital, and I keep detracting, going off on other tangents. Anyways, because she had lost a fair bit of weight, and after being born, and I was struggling to get her back up to her original birth weight. Like when she was 3 weeks old, she should have been back to her birth weight. And we hadn't figured out why. Only to find out later, of course, it was not just the bifid uvula, but also because it turned out my milk, I had plenty of milk for my babies, but we didn't find out that it was what's the words, the phrasing. They basically, none of my 3 children were getting the nutrients they needed from my milk. And it wasn't until I had my son, my 3rd child, that we discovered this problem. So, yeah. In the meantime, we were struggling. I was struggling to get it all straightened out and figure it out. So anyways, they treated, they basically, I guess, in a way, they held us hostage in that hospital for about a week. And they wanted her to get back up to her natural birth weight, her original birth weight. And that required feeding on a regular basis, and weighing her before and after. So, like, it was a long process. And, but eventually I got her back up to her original birth weight. But they would not let me leave with her. They're like, yeah, she's good to go, but we want you to see a psychiatrist before before we let you take her home. We're concerned, based on how I was acting the very first day when we first arrived at this hospital. Because I wasn't, like, overly emotional. I wasn't reacting the way that they expected me to, that they wanted me to. Like, I don't know, they wanted me to be, like, all hysterical and panicky and, oh my God, my baby's gonna die. No. I was like, yeah, okay, all right, I understand, this is what's going on, okay. So they described it as flat effect, and they were concerned that I was going through, oh my goodness, what's it called? Oh my God. Why can't I think? Oh yeah, because it's too early in the frickin' morning for me. Oh my God, I know the phrase. It's like right there. Oh my God, it's gonna come to me at the worst time. And I'm gonna yell it out. That's what it is. It's what you get. It's the depression that you get after having a baby. I never got that with any of my children. Even though they kept saying that I did, I didn't. I was too focused on taking care of my kids to get depressed. And because each of my kids, when they were born, had a medical issue that needed to be taken care of, so I focused on that. I was too focused on my babies and their well-being to have that depression thingy, whatever. Oh, it's really bugging me. I can't think of it. Oh, but it'll come to me. It'll come to me. Yeah. Anyways, so I didn't have that, cause like I just said, I was too focused on the medical conditions that my babies had when they were first born. My oldest, Brooke, the umbilical cord was wrapped around her throat twice. So she was a bit blue around the mouth when she was first born. So for the first hour or so, they had her in an incubator to make sure that she was breathing properly. After that, I was just totally focused on learning how to be a mummy for the first time. And making sure that that everything was copacetic with her and whatnot. And so, yeah, I was too focused on her to have the baby blues. I know at one point that's what it was called, was the baby blues. Don't go yelling it out. It will come to me eventually at some point, someday, maybe even later today. Maybe even later in this video. Anyways, and then my daughter Emily, also with Brooke, I was not fully dilated when I had her. Every time the doctor went to freeze me so that he could do an incision so that I wouldn't tear, he'd pick up that needle, I'd take one look at the needle, and I'd go into contractions. And yeah, because I have an issue with needles because of my super sensitive skin. So yeah, my body would start reacting just to the sight of that needle. So I tore really badly. Had to get a whole bunch of stitches. And I don't know how many stitches. I just know it was a lot of stitches. It took another doctor the better part of an hour to stitch me up. Yeah, they had to have another doctor come in to stitch me up because my doctor was dealing with my baby because of the umbilical cord wrapped around her throat twice. Now, when she came out, he took her like this, turned her around immediately, and had her like this, and then unwrapped the umbilical cord, and then they snipped the umbilical cord, and then off he went and dealt with her and left me. So they had this other doctor come in. He actually had a lady in labor in the other room. But they figured, oh yeah, they got time. So he came in and he did the stitching. While he was doing the stitching, my stepmom, who had been there through the whole thing, she was over watching my doctor dealing with my baby, and she was actually the one that said, yeah, she looks like a Brooke. So that's how she got her name. I agreed. Yeah, okay, let's call her Brooke. And, well, yeah. Emily was, let me think, my husband at the time, my ex-husband, he was there in the delivery room when I had her. And that one was a struggle because apparently, yeah, her shoulders were a bit on the broad side. And so, yeah, she got stuck. So there was another doctor in there, and there was like a student doctor as well. And so my doctor was pulling on Emily, and the other doctor was pushing on my stomach. At one point in time, I started losing my cool. And I started screaming hysterically. My doctor, who's like down there, waiting to catch the baby, he leaned up. Don't start screaming lawsuit, but he leaned up and he slapped me across the face. I was hysterical, so that's what he did. And it snapped me out of my hysteria. Because, yeah, I just started screaming and hyperventilating, and it was the quickest, easiest, most efficient way for him to deal with it. And it worked. And I was super grateful for him doing that. Yeah. So it was the same doctor who delivered both of my girls. Now my son, on the other hand, I cannot remember what what the problem was, but this, God, I cannot remember what the issue was. I was scheduled to have him by cesarean on December 27th, which was my due date with him. Something happened, and they ended up taking me by ambulance to another, the city that I had the cesarean scheduled in, because my hometown, they don't do cesareans. They're like scheduled cesareans. Or I guess emergency cesarean. I don't know. Anyways, they rushed me by ambulance to this other city. And I ended up having him by emergency cesarean. And so I wasn't alone and scared and all that stuff by myself. My sister followed along behind me. This was on December 15th. And there was a bit of a snowstorm going on at the time. But she followed the ambulance all the way. And, yeah. Literally middle of the night. Through a snowstorm. And, yeah, they got me to the hospital, and they got me isolated in my own room. And then and then a few hours later, once it was like daylight, my sister, she found a hotel, got a room, got a discount because she was there for the hospital. So some hotels do that for family members of patients at the hospital. Yeah, so she got a room with a discount, and so yeah, then she was actually going to be in the room while I had my cesarean. They were gonna do I think it's general freezing. They were gonna just freeze me but keep me awake. But they're like, well, due to your size, we're concerned that you might stop breathing. Oh, okay. But yeah, they were concerned that the freezing would go into my lungs and I would stop breathing. So they decided to put me under. Which meant my sister would not be allowed to be in the operating room. Because I don't know if that's the way it is in every hospital, or like, anyways, so she didn't know this at the time. I was told this after they wheeled me into the operating room, and my sister was being instructed by the nurse what to expect, and she was getting into like getting all dressed up. And I know that a cesarean takes 5 minutes to deliver the baby. 5 minutes. Because I actually saw a video of a cesarean delivery. And yeah, 5 minutes from the first cut until the baby is out. Stitching up afterwards, I don't know how long that can take. But yeah, if there's no complications, 5 minutes. So yeah, just as my sister, the nurse had just finished explaining everything to my sister, and she was ready to go, Nurse came out and said, "It's a healthy baby boy." So my sister was the first one who got to see him. I didn't get to see him until 24 hours after they had removed him from me. Also, before they put me under, I'm like, well, since you're gonna be in there, can you tie off my left tube? Because my right tube I had lost the use of several years earlier. Because I had an ectopic pregnancy that ruptured in the year 2000. I lost 3 pints of the red stuff inside, and yeah, the doctor said that he almost lost me on the operating table. And then, due to my sensitive skin, there were issues when it came to giving me more of the red stuff. Yeah. So I had to replenish the red stuff the natural way with foods high in iron. So I was eating a lot of beans. Yeah. And K. Oh, goodness. Last color, and then I'm done this whole row. Yay! So, anyways, yeah, there were medical issues with all 3 of my kids. My son, yeah, he was a chunky baby compared to my other 2. Brooke was 7 pounds 11 ounces. The other 2, I just remember that they were both 8 pounds and something ounces, and my son was bigger than my daughter. One of the reasons why we scheduled a cesarean was because I did not want to be... Yeah, I had enough complications as it was delivering my girls naturally, and considering the fact that I tore so badly with a 7 pound 11 ounce baby. And the only reason that I actually remember that she was 7'11" was because 7-Eleven. My labor started going through the parking lot of the 7-Eleven. That's when my labor pains, my very first contraction. So yeah, you can see how I can remember that, but I cannot remember the actual weights of my other 2. There are so many things about my other 2 that I just I don't remember, don't recall. Yeah. Anyways, so I'm done this section, done this square, done this section. So I'm going to take a break from this one. That one actually wasn't too hard to do. Wasn't much of a struggle. But yeah, because the drills are so close together on this canvas, which is nice. Don't get me wrong, it is nice that they're so close together. There is a lot less gapping between the drills. But then also, like, when it comes to putting the drills in, like, in between and whatnot, sometimes I have to really press down hard, so then the putty just goes squishes out of the pen a little bit. Yeah, so, ooh, and it's been just about an hour, so I'm just going to quickly share the progress on my cross stitch. Yes, I'm really excited about working on this, but it is, oh my goodness, it is a pain. It's killing my fingers to work on it. Now, you can see I've been working with 2 different colors because it gave, It came with two sewing needles. So I started down here at the base, and I got to this part, and then it's like, well, I'm gonna start on this color as well. So then I've been working on it, but like, I guess it's pretty good. It's pretty good for a first go at cross stitch in like 40 years. But like the tension, oh, goodness, yeah, yeah. I'm worried about the tension, but it looks to be okay with the tension. It's looking pretty good. So I work on it a little bit at a time, because of my arthritis and holding such a small fine needle. And the back looks really good because, yeah, I'm staying close together. And it's a lot of like the whole thing is like, it's just confetti. But yeah, I am looking forward to working on this some more. I'm going to work on it a little bit at a time each day, here and there, just like with my diamond paintings. But this will take a lot longer to do because of my arthritis. And I am looking into getting a hoop and seeing if a hoop will help with holding this, because it's a little frustrating with moving, with holding it, and trying to find the holes from the back side, from the back. Yeah, it's relearning. Yeah, it's like falling off a bike. So I am enjoying doing this. I find it I find it very, very therapeutic. I do. Okay. I need to I'm gonna get up just a second here. There is one of my notebooks. One of my notebooks has the names. Is it this one? Aha! Okay, so I'm looking for the name of the lady that does Ladybug 24 DP and more. There we go. I found it. That's her name. She's the one that I've been watching doing the cross stitch. She does cross stitch as well as diamond painting, and she's been doing like close-up videos showing, and it was her videos that made me really want to get into doing cross stitch, because it's something that's it may take a long time to do. Like these smaller canvases, oh my goodness, yeah, the smaller canvases, they would take a long time, which is fine. I don't mind. Yeah, I don't mind getting smaller canvases to work on. Well, okay, this size canvas is a really nice size. It's a 30 by 30. It will take me a while to get this done, because it is my first. I do have 2 more coming. They are still sitting in customs. And fingers crossed that the postal strike ends this week and they go back to work, and hopefully not too long after that my packages arrive, because there's the big box from my friend from Colorado, and then there's the two packages from Temu. So then I will have my dehumidifier. I will have my shovel. I will have 2 more cross stitch kits to work on. There's no diamond paintings in those two packages from Temu, but that's because of the big box coming from Colorado. And when I might end up actually receiving all three at the same time because they're all sitting in customs together. I'm going to do a live stream, and I know I've said this before, but I am definitely going to do it. I'm going to do a live stream of the unbox. I'm going to unbox the box diamond paintings. I'm going to do an unboxing. I'm going to show all of the goodies that are in the box, and then I'm going to take the one diamond painting. It is a Diamond Art Club diamond painting, and I'm going to it's going to be a long live stream because I'm just going to show the canvases. I'm not going to like open them up and show all the nitty-gritty, all the goodies in the boxes. I'm just going to show the canvases, and then, but with the one canvas in particular, I will kit it up and I will start it on the live stream. And anybody who wants to hop in can hop in and chat, and I'm just gonna power through that canvas as quickly as I can. I'm gonna spend as much time on it every day until it is done, and then because of thanks to Canada Post going on strike when they did, when I get my GST in January, I am going to be shipping that canvas. There's two canvases in particular that will be late Christmas presents, but my friend in Colorado will receive those two diamond paintings. I'm going to send her those two diamond paintings and maybe a couple more. I don't know. We'll see. On top of that, I've got a box that I'm going to be sending to Mushy, and Diamond Nana, she said that she's interested in all my leftover drills. So I have a box that I am going to fill and ship to her. I will get her address and I will ship that to her as well. And I'll be able to afford to do that when I get my GST in January, which is also my daughter Emily's birthday. Oh no, this is sad. I can't remember if her birthday is the 5th or the 6th of January. Oh my goodness. And I do have a picture of Emily and Jonathan's birth certificates, because my dad has a picture of them both on his. I cannot remember where the picture is. I have to organize all my flippin' pictures because I've got a whole bunch of pictures of mine and my dad's, and I got to organize them so then I can find them easier. And I've got screenshots, and it might be in screenshots. Oh no, it wouldn't be in screenshots. Oh, look at that. I found the picture. It's in pictures. Okay, so yeah, the 5th, January 5th, so her birthday is on GST. Yeah. Yeah. She's named after both of her grandmothers. And my son is named after he's named after both of his grandfathers. But yeah, although in a way, his first name is Jonathan. My dad's first name is actually John. So in a way, he's named after his grandfather. My son's middle name is his grandfather's first name on his dad's side. And unless they changed it, I don't know. Yeah. Anyways, I'm rambling. I'm gonna get off here, and actually I think I'm gonna do a video of my other canvas now. Because I think I'm actually going to set aside... Oh, what the heck? Why did that open? Okay, that's odd. Anyways, oh, I think I'm going to set this one aside and work on the other one. Set this canvas aside and work on the other one for a bit, because it is confetti heavy, and that one will go quite quickly because it's, well, I'll be doing it in bigger sections. Anyways, I'm gonna go. We'll see you in the next one. Bye bye. Bye bye. Imagine wiggly eyes on the and in the mouth, little smiley face. Bye bye.